What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. Let's get started with our first news. Khabib Nurmagomedov has revealed his vision for Islam Makhachev's future following the events of UFC 322, and it's a bold one. According to the former lightweight champion, Makhachev's next chapter lies in the welterweight division, not a return to lightweight. Throughout his career, Makhachev has drawn constant comparisons to his mentor and close friend Khabib, both for their dominant grappling heavy styles and their deep personal connection. But while many fans are eager to see Islam move back down for a potential super fight against Ilia Topuria, Khabib believes the time has come for Islam to cement his legacy at 170 pounds. Khabib explained that at 34 years old, it's not realistic for a fighter to maintain peak performance in the same weight class indefinitely. He emphasized that Islam is currently in the best physical condition of his career and has the perfect frame to dominate at welterweight. If he can dethrone Jack Della Maddalena and capture the title, Makhachev would immediately join the elite group of fighters who have become champions in two different UFC divisions, an achievement reserved for only the sport's all-time greats. But for Khabib, the goal is bigger than just collecting another belt. He wants Islam to defend the welterweight strap multiple times and build an unshakable legacy as one of the greatest mixed martial artists to ever step inside the octagon. This, Khabib believes, would be the defining chapter of Makhachev's career, one that solidifies his place among the legends. Looking ahead, several intriguing possibilities await Islam if he captures the welterweight crown. The most likely next opponent is former champion Kamaru Usman, who has already stated publicly that if Islam wins, he would be eager to face him. Such a matchup would be monumental, two pound-for-pound elites colliding for supremacy. Another potential blockbuster could see Ilia Topuria, should he successfully defend his lightweight title, move up to challenge Islam, setting up a rare champion versus champion clash. Whichever path unfolds, Islam Makhachev's future at welterweight promises to be one of the most exciting storylines in MMA. For Khabib Nurmagomedov, this isn't just about titles, it's about legacy, greatness, and the enduring dominance of Team Dagestan. Before we jump into the next story, we have a small favor to ask. If you're enjoying the content, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon. It really helps us out, and ensures you'll never miss an update. Move on to another news. Islam Makhachev has sparked growing concern among fans just days before UFC 322, and this time, those concerns stem directly from the champion himself. In a recent appearance alongside Josh Thompson, Makhachev offered a candid look into his preparation for his highly anticipated fight against Jack Della Maddalena, revealing a grueling training process that may have been far more demanding than anyone expected. Many assumed that moving up to welterweight would make this camp easier for Islam, as he wouldn't have to endure his usual intense weight cuts. However, the reigning lightweight champion revealed that this training camp has actually been more difficult than his previous ones at 155 pounds. Makhachev explained that the transition to a higher weight class brought its own set of challenges, from gaining mass and adjusting to new sparring partners to managing the toll of training across 3 different continents. According to Islam, he began his camp nearly 3 months before the fight, a significantly longer preparation than usual. I started my camp early because I had to gain weight. I needed to feel how my body would handle it, he explained. The process began in Russia, where his focus was on strength training and bulking up. After that, he moved to Dubai to sharpen his skills, emphasizing conditioning, wrestling, and intense sparring sessions. Finally, he completed his preparations in New Jersey, where he trained with partners who could replicate the fighting style of Jack Della Maddalena. While the champion's dedication is undeniable, fans have voiced growing unease on social media. Many worry that the constant travel, the drastic changes in environment, and the heavy emphasis on weight gain could negatively affect Islam's speed, endurance, and overall performance. Others fear that his relentless training schedule could lead to overtraining or burnout. When asked about his unusually long 11-week camp, Islam simply smiled and said, "I'm always training. I take 1 week off, then I'm back in the gym. Even when I tell myself to go easy, once training starts, I go hard, because I love this." Though his passion and work ethic are clear, Makhachev's demanding preparation for UFC 322 has left fans wondering whether his drive to improve could come at the cost of his physical readiness on fight night. Move on to another news. Francis Ngannou has once again reignited the heavyweight super fight conversation by publicly calling out Jon Jones, and his comments have sent shockwaves through the MMA community. During an interview with TMZ Sports, the former UFC heavyweight champion expressed his desire to face Jones, labeling it the biggest fight of all time. Ngannou emphasized asked that he meant no disrespect to other fighters, but stated plainly that a matchup between him and Jones would represent the pinnacle of combat sports. This statement has stirred excitement among fans and analysts alike, especially as Ngannou continues to make headlines with the PFL, despite ongoing rumors of internal tension with the promotion following his absence from their planned Africa card. Many see his comments as a subtle power move, a reminder that his star power and appeal extend far beyond any single organization. Meanwhile, the discussion around Jon Jones's future has taken a new turn thanks to insights from Michael Bisping and Paul Felder. On their recent show, the two UFC veterans offered their takes on how the heavyweight landscape might influence Jones's next move. Felder pointed out that depending on how the upcoming rematch between Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane unfolds, Jones might find fresh motivation to return. If he sees any weakness in Aspinall's game, Felder believes the former champion could seize that opportunity, a move perfectly in line with what he called classic Jon Jones strategy. However, Felder also added that while Jones might show more willingness to fight if he senses vulnerability, it doesn't erase the fact that he previously avoided Ngannou when the Cameroonian knockout artist was at his most dangerous. He ducked him when he was the scary guy, Felder said, noting that even now, Ngannou remains a terrifying opponent. Bisping chimed in with his trademark analytical perspective, reminding fans that styles make fights. He reflected on Jones's wrestling pedigree, recalling how easily Jones took down elite grapplers like Matt Hamill early in his career. If Jones could do that back then, you know how dangerous he still is, Bisping said. Though years have passed since the peak of their rivalry potential, a Jones vs Ngannou showdown remains one of the most intriguing hypothetical matchups in MMA history, a battle that would still captivate the entire fight world. Move on to another news. Islam Makhachev's team has just confirmed that the reigning UFC champion is eyeing a historic appearance, a fight at the White House event in June. According to his longtime coach Javier Mendez, Makhachev is eager to be part of what could become one of the most iconic moments in combat sports history. In a recent interview with Submission Radio, Mendez shared new details about Islam's plans, his physical transformation at welterweight, and even the growing possibility of a future showdown with Ilia Topuria. Mendez revealed that Makhachev has bulked up significantly since moving to welterweight, crediting a carefully designed strength and conditioning program and the strategic use of creatine. Off-camp, Islam now walks around at an impressive 191 pounds, and recent training footage shows him looking stronger and more explosive than ever. Fans have flooded social media with reactions, praising his new physique and speculating that his added size could make him nearly unstoppable in the octagon. Mendez noted that Islam's strength, combined with his world-class grappling, would make him even more dangerous at 170 pounds. On the other side, Jack Della Maddalena is leaving nothing to chance as he prepares for their upcoming clash. The Australian contender has assembled a top-tier camp, bringing in BJJ master Craig Jones and former featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski, who has already faced Makhachev twice. Together, they've been focusing heavily on anti-Dagestani wrestling, takedown defense, and scrambles, all in an effort to neutralize Islam's grappling dominance. Footage from Maddalena's camp shows intense drilling and creative movement sessions designed to surprise Makhachev and disrupt his rhythm, setting the stage for one of the most technically fascinating welterweight matchups in recent years. When asked about the potential of Ilia Topuria moving up to welterweight to face Islam, Mendez offered a confident response. "In my opinion, it favors us even more," he said. "Ilia's strong, but he's only about 5 feet 6 or 5 feet 7. Putting on extra weight might increase his power, but he'll lose his speed. That's not an advantage against Islam." Mendez clarified that Makhachev isn't avoiding anyone, rather, he's chasing legacy fights. If all goes as planned, Islam will fight soon, then headline the monumental White House event in June, further solidifying his place among the UFC's all-time greats. Move on to another news. Daniel Cormier and Justin Gaethje banter like two competitors who respect one another's skills but refuse to cede an inch, and the result is a lively, good-natured debate about who would come out on top if they ever squared off. The exchange reads like two elite athletes testing each other, trading confident boasts and playful threats while underscoring the very real differences in their styles. Gaethje opens the sparring challenge bluntly. If Cormier shows up to train at 5, Justin says he'll be at the apex ready to throw hands and land a clean shot. He paints the picture plainly. He'll come into the gym, spar hard, and punch you in your face. Cormier answers in kind, reminding Gaethje of the years he's thought about landing that punch, and welcoming the prospect of a live session where both men can test themselves. The trash talk is peppered peppered with practical reminders about equipment and protection. Gaethje mentions his own gear brand, Onyx, with a wink. Even if Cormier lands a blow, the right protection is on hand. Yet the talk quickly pivots back to fundamentals: power versus technique, striking versus wrestling. Gaethje insists his punch would be decisive. "I would knock you clean out," he says, while Cormier calmly points to the reality of weight classes and the advantage that wrestling intelligence provides. DC leans on wrestling as his trump card. He argues that, regardless of Gaethje's heavy hands, the clinch and takedown game would neutralize pure knockout threats. "You'd wrestle me because that's all you could do," Gaethje teases, but Cormier counters with confidence about controlling the fight's geography and pace. The conversation becomes a respectful tug-of-war. Gaethje promises to chin check and land a fight-ending blow. Cormier replies that he would absorb the shots long enough to implement his grappling and dismantle the contest in close quarters. Beneath the bravado and the jokes is mutual acknowledgement. Both men are elite, and styles, weight, range, wrestling acumen, and heart would decide the outcome. Their exchange serves as a reminder that hypothetical matchups are rarely about declarations alone. They're about the messy, technical chess match that occurs when two champions meet. Regardless of who'd win, the real takeaway is admiration. Two fighters confident in their crafts, eager to test themselves whenever the opportunity arises. Move on to another news. UFC light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira made headlines over the weekend, not inside the octagon, but at the Formula 1 Grand Prix in Brazil, where he took part in an entertaining and physically demanding tire-holding competition. The event quickly became a fan-favorite moment, showcasing Pereira's trademark stoicism, raw strength, and the playful charisma that has made him one of the most popular figures in combat sports today. During his visit to the F1 paddock, Pereira was invited to join a challenge that tested endurance rather than striking power. Competitors were asked to hold a full-sized F1 tire at arm's length for as long as possible. While the activity was meant for fun, anyone who follows Pereira knows he doesn't do anything halfway. Dressed casually but focused, Poatan approached the challenge with the same intensity he brings to title fights. As the clock started, Pereira gripped the tire firmly, arms extended, and his signature stone-faced expression never wavered. Spectators, including race fans and members of the F1 staff, gathered around to cheer him on. Music played in the background, adding to the lighthearted atmosphere, but all eyes were on the UFC champion as he defied fatigue and showcased the kind of shoulder and core endurance that makes him such a dominant striker. Video clips from the event quickly went viral on social media, with fans joking that Pereira was training for his next title defense, or that no one should challenge Poatan, not even in a tire-holding contest. Others pointed out how naturally he fit into the competitive spirit of Formula 1, blending strength, precision, and composure in a way few athletes can. The Brazilian star appeared to enjoy every second of the experience, laughing and interacting with fans afterward. For Pereira, who is known for his stoic demeanor inside the cage, the F1 event was a refreshing moment of levity, a reminder that even champions can have fun while still radiating competitive energy. Whether it's holding championship belts or F1 tires, Alex Pereira continues to prove that his strength and poise are unmatched, no matter the arena. Move on to another news. Featherweight champion Ilia Topuria has recently found himself at the center of media attention, not for his performances inside the octagon, but for speculation surrounding his personal life. Over the past few weeks, rumors have been circulating online regarding possible tension between Topuria and his wife after fans noticed unusual social media activity that sparked widespread discussion. It all began when both Ilia and his wife quietly deleted nearly all photos of each other from their respective Instagram accounts, a move that immediately raised eyebrows among followers. Fans and MMA insiders began speculating that the couple may have separated or were going through personal difficulties. The chatter intensified when Topuria posted a cryptic message on his Instagram story that many interpreted as being directed toward his wife. The message read, "My problem was I wanted to take people with me to the top who didn't even want to see me at the top." The quote, reflective and emotional, fueled further debate about the state of his relationship. Recently, while walking through the streets, Ilia was approached by reporters eager to address the rumors directly. However, when asked about his wife and the social media controversy, Topuria refused to comment, choosing instead to remain silent and walk away. His refusal to answer has only added more intrigue to the story, leaving fans and media outlets to piece together clues from his public statements and online activity. Despite the off-cage speculation, Topuria remains one of the most talked about figures in the UFC. Professionally, he has not yet confirmed his next title defense, leading to frustration among some fighters, most notably Paddy Pimblett, who recently recently accused the Spanish-Georgian star of refusing to sign a contract to fight him. Pimblett's comments have stirred tension, reigniting the verbal rivalry between the two and keeping Topuria's name at the forefront of MMA headlines. For now, Ilia Topuria appears focused on maintaining his composure amid growing media scrutiny. Whether the rumors about his personal life hold any truth remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the featherweight champion continues to command attention both inside and outside the octagon, as fans await clarity on both his next fight and his private life.